Argentinosaurus did not just push the limits of size. It obliterated them. When Argentinosaurus walked the Earth, around 95 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period, gravity itself was being challenged by biology. This was not just a dinosaur. It was a moving landscape. No land animal before or after has clearly surpassed it. A giant discovered by accident. The story of Argentinosaurus begins in Patagonia, Argentina. In the 1980s, a massive fossilized bone was discovered sticking out of the ground. At first, no one understood what it belonged to. The bone was enormous, too large to be from any known dinosaur at the time. Later analysis revealed it was part of a vertebra, and that vertebra was unlike anything previously recorded. Scientists had stumbled upon evidence of the largest land animal ever to exist. A name that means exactly what it is. The name Argentinosaurus means Argentine lizard. Simple, honest, no exaggeration needed. The fossils are fragmentary. There is no complete skeleton. Yet even with limited remains, scaling comparisons show something astonishing. Estimates suggest Argentinosaurus reached lengths of 30 to 35 meters and weighed between 60 and 90 metric tons. Some estimates push even higher. At that size, even uncertainty does not save smaller contenders. Bigger than whales on land. Modern blue whales outweigh Argentinosaurus, but they live in water, supported by buoyancy. Argentinosaurus carried its weight entirely on land. Its bones had to support pressures beyond what most structures could endure. This required special adaptations. The titanosaur blueprint. Argentinosaurus belonged to a group called titanosaurs. These were long-necked, long-tailed sauropods that dominated the southern continents. Its limbs were thick, column-like, positioned directly under the body like support pillars. This design minimized stress on joints. Its bones were massive but internally lightweight, filled with air spaces to reduce weight without sacrificing strength. Nature was engineering at its most extreme. A neck like a suspension bridge. The neck of Argentinosaurus extended forward like a living crane. It allowed the animal to feed across wide areas without moving its body much. Energy conservation was critical. Moving such mass required enormous effort. Standing still and sweeping vegetation was far more efficient. Its teeth were simple, peg-like structures designed for stripping leaves, not chewing. Digestion happened later, much later. A walking fermentation tank. Argentinosaurus relied on gut fermentation. Plant material was swallowed whole and broken down by microbes over long periods. Its digestive system was likely massive, producing heat and gases continuously. Eating was constant. Stopping was not an option. Movement at a different scale. Despite its size, Argentinosaurus was not clumsy. Its movement was slow but stable, controlled by powerful muscles and tendons. It could not run. It did not need to. Speed was irrelevant when nothing could realistically attack a healthy adult. Predators didn't stand a chance. Large carnivorous dinosaurs like Giganotosaurus lived in the same region and time period. They were terrifying predators, but Argentinosaurus adults were essentially untouchable. Predation likely focused on juveniles, sick individuals, or isolated young. Size itself was defense. Growth was survival. Argentinosaurus hatchlings were small and vulnerable. Growth had to be rapid. Fossil evidence suggests titanosaurs grew extremely fast during early life stages. The goal was simple: get big, fast. Once a certain size threshold was crossed, danger dropped dramatically. Herds of living mountains. Argentinosaurus likely lived in groups. Herd behavior provided protection for young and allowed efficient movement through ecosystems. Imagine dozens of these animals moving together. The ground would shake. Vegetation would vanish. Entire landscapes would be reshaped. Environmental impact. Argentinosaurus was an ecosystem engineer. Its feeding patterns influenced plant growth, seed dispersal, and forest structure. Its waste fertilized the land. Its footsteps changed terrain. It was not just part of the environment. It defined it. Why giants like this disappeared? Extreme size comes at a cost. It requires stable climates, abundant food, and vast land areas. As environments changed and ecosystems became more competitive, maintaining such size became harder. When extinction events struck, giants were the first to fall. Not because they were weak. Because they were too specialized. Legacy of absolute scale. Argentinosaurus represents the upper boundary of land-based life. It shows what happens when evolution removes restraints. It answers the question, how big can a land animal get? And then it stops, because there is nowhere else to go. Final perspective. Argentinosaurus was not fast. It was not aggressive. It did not need weapons. Its power was mass. It walked slowly, ate endlessly, and existed at a scale that reshaped the world around it. In the history of life on land, Argentinosaurus stands alone. Not as a monster, but as a monument.